Hello, everyone. Welcome to Board Game Battle with GloryHoundd and...
The victor, DrGloryHogg.
Wow, you're so rude sometimes.
Not rude. I'm just calling it. I'm calling it ahead of time. Nostradamus style.
So today we're going to be playing Skulk Hollow by Pencil First Games. This is an asymmetrical game. It's for two players. You're going to be playing with either forest guardians that are trying to take back the forest or little foxes that are trying to defend their domain.
To be fair, the Guardians created the world. It needs to actually be flipped this way.
No, I don't want to flip that way.
Okay. I guess it depends on if you're trying to perceive that you're over there and I'm over here, because this always has to be in front of the Guardians.
Of course, comments are open, so we will be taking a look at those. And
Comments
if you guys end
are
up
not allowed.
if
No
you
comments.
guys end up commenting, we're gonna make sure and try to catch it and talk with you guys. That's the whole point of having a live show. I love talking with everybody that joins us. And what else? Anything else before we get started? I
Well,
think
the
you're already
Guardian-
set where you want to do the Guardians.
Well, I'm literally sitting here, so I think that's the major thing. So the idea is that the Guardians were kind of like the forces of creation behind the world. They all went to sleep after they were done. They all have various roles, and then after time, the foxes digging for artifacts have uncovered some of these Guardians and awoken them. And so the Guardians are kind of pissed off that they're like, hey, dude, you messed up my forest. You messed up this with your stupid buildings. And then the foxes are like, dude, don't crush my house. I want to be alive. So it's kind of an interesting, there's not really like a
It's
good
an
guy or
interesting
bad
theme,
guy.
right?
Yeah.
There's no good or bad, right or wrong in this.
I mean, clearly the giant rock bear is probably correct because he's got a big rock hammer.
The bigger you are, the more correct you are. Is
Yeah,
that what
the
you're
righter
trying
you
to
are.
say?
Yeah, the bigger you are, definitely the righter you are.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so then I guess I will be playing the foxes then. And let's see here. So the foxes, we wanted to read the
Yeah.
backs of these. The foxen are raised with a sense of destiny for all the animal races. Are the children of the big folk, yet foxen boldness does not lead to rashness, only a certainty that steps they took yesterday. Only a certainty that steps they took yesterday were the right ones, a solid foundation for tomorrow. Their homes are physical symbol of that confidence, solid stone structures on the surface guarding the entrance to cozy underground dens.
Aw.
The largest collection of foxen dens is Skulk Hollow, home to the place of the foxen royal family. And I really like the fact that they added these decks in here because this holds all of the foxen in here.
All the different
And,
heroes, because you can
yeah,
do 4 different ones.
You have little hero foxen too.
Because there's the king, you can play as the king, queen, prince, or princess. They all have different abilities, just like there's 4 different guardians. They play completely differently.
Do you
And
want?
that's part of the best thing about it, is probably all the different things. Did you want me to read the back of mine?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm playing Grak. So this is the initial setup, would be playing Grak. That's the first one. He's considered the easiest guardian to play, but I also think he looks the coolest, so that's why I picked him. So Grak, the rumbling guardian. Grak aka undurkos lapana mat. Grak was built to be persistent, made to shift stone and carve canyons with unrelenting blows. The work was endless, but it earned praise from its masters. Grak was good. The big folk told it so. And when at last the work was done, Grak crawled into the caverns it had shaped and hibernated within a sense of contentment. Thousands of years later, foxen explorers were delving into the cavernous network deep beneath the surface. Their slightest scent was carried on underground air currents to Grak's nose. And he woke up! He's so woke! He's woke AF. And I get to play this giant meeple. Look at that. Hand for
And usually we
scale.
end up
Look at that giant meeple.
setting them upright, but I'm going to lay them down so everybody can kind of see where everybody's located at. And
So
these
you
are
can
going to
see
be
my
the different
giant Grak.
squares.
And
Now,
she starts off at the palace, and I start off kind of at the
there's my other
other
guy.
end here.
Every time you put out a guy, so these are the 2 people that I have out on the board right now. We have our king, and he has 3 health and like 2 power that you can collect. And then here is our sentinel. Our king has 3 health, our sentinel has 2 health, and he has 1 power. And then these are going to be like the little abilities that they can use, and they each have like a special thing that they can end up doing as well, which is always fun. And then here's my deck, and I'm going to shuffle these cards here really quick. And I actually give my partner here this card, which lists all of my abilities that I can do here. So
Which is
that's
really
for
useful
you.
when there's 4 different fox heroes and 4 different guardians.
Right,
And knowing
and
what they
so
can do and where their weaknesses are.
For the Guardian, I get this card here to keep in front of me so I can always remember what the Guardians are doing, which I think is a really cool thing that they added other than going across the board and looking going, oh my god, like, what am I supposed to be doing here? And what is your goal? So each Guardian has a different goal for the game.
So the overall objective is to kill the foxen leader. the hero, the King of War. She's playing the King of War today. That's always a goal, to kill the Foxen hero. A secondary goal, which will also win me the game, is if I eliminate 8 hero units. So if I just club these poor Foxen to death
Aww.
and put them to sleep.
That's so sad.
it's a
Sleepy
sleep
clubs,
hammer,
guys.
yeah.
Sleepy clubs.
If I put 8 of these Foxen to sleep, I'll also win the game early. And each Guardian's different. One of them wants to collect artifacts and kind of bring them, or collect things and bring them back to its home square. They all play differently, so it's just that's what's really cool. And they all have different attacks and what they can do and everything too.
And thanks for everybody joining us today. The comments are open, so if you want to go ahead and comment today, then we will make sure to talk about the game and tell you what we have going on here. So, for my Foxen, and I like this as well, I draw a hand of 5 cards, and then I get to play 3 each turn. Foxen always go first.
Yeah,
1,
it
2,
is like
3,
Nighty
4,
Night
5.
Rabbit, just a little sleepy club, like in Looney Tunes. I'm just gonna give them. You want 1 lump or 2?
Wow.
Oh, Greg is on. How fancy
We're going to
is
move these
that?
over here. Okay. Here's my hand of cards. DrGloryHogg, don't look.
Oh, sorry. I'll look down.
So here are all the things I can do. You can either do the top action or the bottom action when playing the card, and I can play 3 cards. And here are the other Foxen that I can go ahead and put in here.
She has Fox in her hands. Good to know.
You know what? You know what? Shh, DrGloryHogg.
You said it out loud.
So I'm going to play 3 cards from here. You can go ahead and look up DrGloryHogg. I'm going to hide my cards here. The first thing I'm going to do is whenever I can go ahead and spawn Foxen, I can spawn them here, here, or in here. And I think I'm going to spawn this guy here. It's a knight. I have mount on him, so when entering the Guardian's space, this hero has a leap action where I can move from the Guardian's space to on top of the Guardian here, where I'm going to be attacking
Which is the really cool part,
him.
is you actually leap onto the Guardian and fill up these spots while you do damage as a melee character.
Oh, comments on YouTube didn't go through. That's a shame. We'll have to bring up YouTube and stuff. I'll look at that in a minute. Thank you so much for letting us know, Battlecry. So for this fox here, I can go ahead and they each have like a little symbol up here, and I'm going to take the matching Foxen symbol, and I'm actually going to put that Foxen right there. So that's one of my cards. And the other thing you can do is you can use these to get power, and these are going to get you free actions later in the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this card as well, and I'm going to gain 2 power. All right, and those 2 go into my little pool right here, and I'll assign them at the end, okay? And I'm going to use this as well. I'm going to go ahead and get another power.
Kid and Martin Gardner.
Oh, nice.
So the box storage for this game is amazing.
Oh, yeah. We should show that really quick.
Let me see here. So this is what the box looks like right here. So you can see that your 4 Guardians have their own separate card packs where they can hold all the pieces they need. And of course, it's cool. It's themed. It's green. You can easily pick it up if you want to. You can easily get to your Guardians too. And it's like they knew she had long nails.
Each
and
Guardian
then your fox
has
goes right here in the middle.
Different pieces too. So like that's a completely different set.
Why does that dude have a cloud?
I don't know. He's usually on top. He flies in the air. This guy has air mechanics, and each one scales. So each Guardian has a star on here, whether it's 1, 2, or 3, and it's going to tell you the difficulty of that Guardian and playing them.
Yeah, so Grek is a 1, then Aptoda is a 2, and then Tantos, which is kind of like this crazy spider elephant looking dude, and Raptura are both 3s. So they've got just really unique things. But as far as the setup of how they made all the pieces are wood, the box layout's really good. It is really, really, really good.
All right, so my turn is over. I expended my 3 cards. I'm going to assign these cubes here. And I'm going to put 1 here, and then I'm going to put 2 here, and it is DrGloryHogg's and the Guardian's turn now, okay?
So a big thing about Grok is that I can't do anything with power, which gives you extra attacks or extra movement, different things like that, where some of the other Guardians can. She definitely can. So that's kind of how she manipulates, is by having a lot of Foxen and being able to do extra actions. But all the things I do are really powerful. I only get 2 actions, where she gets 3 actions standard every turn. So I get my 5 cards. We both have 5 cards. And so I got to decide how I want to beat her up. So I can do gaze, swing, throw, stomp, mend, or I can draw cards. And let's see. What do I want to do? Like, that's a good card.
Yeah, and sorry, our comments for YouTube aren't working. I do have them pulled up, guys, so hopefully I can catch everything you guys are saying. He's Goku.
All right, so I'm going to start off by going advance. So I'm going to go ahead and advance 1. So my options were to either advance or to swing, which swing is going to do stuff to, like in an X, basically. Every square here, 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 and here.
And it's actually right here on the little board.
Yeah, those are the areas I can hit, where gaze, I believe, is the one where I can only hit in my own square, right? Or I'm sorry, gaze goes to the outside ones, and then swing
swing
is in your
just
own.
in the square right here.
Yep.
And we haven't even seen his final form, Battlecry. Totally, right.
And I'm going to go ahead and gaze, which is going to do 1 damage. So it says, deal 1 wound to any hero unit in a surrounding ground space that shares a side with Grok's ground space. So it's going to hit this paladin right here. Oh, but the paladin has 2. Dang, I thought I was going to wipe out that paladin.
Sucker.
And now I'm close to the paladin, which is going to help her out. But that's what I did, as I did an advance, and then I did a gaze. And that's my turn. I can only do 2 actions.
All
I
right.
just have to give you the smackdown.
Now it's my turn
the box
here.
setup is really, really good. And all the components are really good. I was surprised at the quality of the game overall. And we've played it like 8 or 9 times, I want to say, overall, like when we first got it. And it's gone both ways. Guardian wins sometimes. The Fox wins sometimes. She wins once. I win 7 times. You know, it's very...
Wow.
It goes back and forth. So they're pretty well matched overall.
So I'm going to gain ground with my knight and move them into this square right here, in which I have this free mount action where I actually get to go onto the Guardian. So we're going to climb up on his leg here, on his little stompy leg, and hopefully injure him at some point. We're also, I think, we're going to set down an archer maybe. Let's see here. Because I only have these cards here to work with. So I think I'm going to go ahead and set down an archer.
And one thing we didn't mention is that if she's got another Foxen unit with her hero, I have to damage that unit first before I can go after her king, the King of War. So that's kind of how she protects them, is by keeping a fox with them. But all of her Foxens just takes one little smacky smack.
I know. All right, and I can also do a prepare where I discard 1 and then I draw 2. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare as well. I'm going to discard this one here, and I'm going to draw 2 because I don't really have a whole bunch of cards that I want to play with right now, but I think those are going to be good for the future. Okay. And that is, oh, and then if I wanted to, I could also expend these, but I don't know if that's necessarily what I want to do. And I can expend these for any action. So technically, I could do like a move and a leap action and move him on there, but I don't know if that's exactly what I want to do right now. So hopefully I made the right choice, guys. Hopefully.
So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to pick up this paladin. I'm going to swing him around and just chuck him across the board.
Wow.
I'm going to throw him back to his home because I'm tired of his business. And then
this is not going to be good. I can already tell this is not going to be good, guys. He's going to do a gaze or something.
And then I'm actually just going to retreat to the right here. I don't need to worry about mending.
Are you scared? Are you scared of my Foxens?
No, I'm just
Is that it?
I'm setting up for my final form.
You're just nervous. My Foxens are going to get all up on you is what it is.
That can happen. If you're not careful, the fox just like surround him, get all over him, start beating him down. And what they do is when they do damage, if they does 3 damage here to my stomp, for example, I can't stomp anymore until I heal. Or I can't throw anymore. I can't gaze anymore. I can't swing. So it's really important to keep those fox off of me and basically just give them night-night juice.
Night-night juice.
When they're close by, but not on top of me.
I see.
It's like how you put a little kid to sleep. You just give them a little, no, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Like
all right. Well, it's really unfortunate that you moved so far away from me, DrGloryHogg.
Is it? Do you have to spend all your turns just to get close?
Jeez.
Wow.
Jeez, DrGloryHogg. That was not very nice of you.
Please call me DrGloryGrack.
All right. So this is
bird one should
a
be called
risky
Grack, I feel
move
like.
here, but I think, okay, so I'll put out my rogue too. Oops, we're going to put him over here. So we're getting quite the grouping of people. And the rogue here has dash.
Which can be good if I just want to go in there and stomp on
when
you.
he takes a leap action, he can actually leap wherever he would want, right?
So
Stop, drop, and roll.
So he doesn't have to stop on my
Guardian.
foot. He can just jump right up onto my eyeball and just start beating up me up.
Oh, that would be hilarious. That's how you get the Foxen off of you. And then we're going to put a Foxen here.
I think realistically what you do is you let them get on top of you and you just be like, "Kerr belly flop, boom."
The belly flop
land.
right on there. That would probably be really
Or, I mean,
out really
you're
well.
a bear, right? Can't you just shake? Like, just kind of shake and throw them all off at once? Is that what the throw? Is the throw me grabbing you and throwing you? Or is it me just shaking like a big old dog that just got out of the bath?
I don't know. So let's
Just
see here.
saying.
Fire from any surrounding
Expansions.
ground space and deal 1 wound to any guardian location. So fire, I can just use as like an action, right? I don't have to have a card for that one, right? Because it's a free thing, right? Fire. From a surrounding ground space, deal 1 wound to any guardian location. Oh no, that just means if
It
I
takes an
fire,
action.
but I can do it wherever, from like wherever I want.
Yeah, so the range guy, I mean, you have to be still close. You have to be a surrounding
I
thing, I
don't.
believe it says.
Well, from a
Does
surrounding
so surrounding's got to
ground
be
space, so it can
it's
be
gotta be
anywhere
around me.
around.
Right. And then but what it lets you do is you don't have to hit me here. You can hit any of my
Any
hearts.
location.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to do that, and
And
then
it does cost an action to do it though.
I'm going to, again, I'm going to gain 2 more power here, and then that is my turn. I'm just prepping. So they go into my pool, and then I'm going to go ahead and throw them onto my rogue here.
Remember, you do have to have that symbol card to discard
Yep.
in order to do it. Okay. Just making sure.
And then I'm
we've
drawing
played a
up.
bunch of games recently, so making
A
sure that
lot
we're on them.
of this game is about fishing for cards, I feel like, especially for the Foxen group here. I feel like you really need to get in here and start going through your cards and discarding and trying to grab what you need and kind of setting yourself up. If you just charge in there as the Foxen, like you're going to have a really, really bad day. This game feels, so Martin says, this game feels like a baby King of Tokyo and Spirit Island. Well, we've played King of Tokyo, but we have not gotten a chance to play Spirit Island, which is terrible. But I don't know. Do you feel like it's a baby King of Tokyo?
As far as like you're getting to beat up on people, I could see that aspect of it. But I mean, obviously, there's a lot more into it with the cards, and you're not just rolling dice.
I
Which King of
think
Tokyo is very luck dependent on how you roll your dice. Where this one, you don't get re-rolls or any of that kind of stuff.
I feel like every Guardian, Martin, has a specific challenge that they have, and I love the fact that as the Foxen, you're trying to figure out that puzzle on how to disable them. Like, for example, like with Grak, the best thing to do is to take out his gaze and his throw. So he can't throw you off of him, you can start attacking him, and then gaze so he doesn't have that coverage where he can attack on there, you know? So every Guardian is completely different on where you're trying to disable them. Did you end up taking your turn?
So yeah, what I did is I prepared. So I discard 1 to draw 2. Then I
Okay.
did it again.
Yes.
And then no matter what, even if your hand is full, you always draw a card at the end of your turn.
Right.
So
So
I'm
you
at-
have an excess of cards right
I'm at
now,
8 cards
which
now.
is nice for you because you're going to be able to do a lot of damage with all
lets
that.
me do a lot. Well, I can still only do 2 actions a turn, but it gives me basically the whole actions for my whole deck while you're still over
It's
there.
because DrGloryHogg is getting scared, guys.
That is
That's what it is. DrGloryHogg is getting scared, guys.
so the baby of King of Tokyo and Spirit Island. So if King of Tokyo and Spirit Island had a baby, which would be weird because one of them is an island and one of them is a giant monster, but if they did, no judgment, they would. I could see that.
You could see that.
Well, I like the idea of. I think it's because of the interplay between like the Foxens being kind of like your conquerors, invaders, versus like the big spirits, which is what Spirit Island's kind of about.
So you're pretty far away from me, which is
Weird.
unfortunate.
Come closer.
Very unfortunate. I do have some missiles here that I could use if I can position myself right. But I mean, I'm going to have to use cards to position myself. So that's not going to be something I can usually do. Although I could move my Sentinel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expend my Sentinel's power. And I'm going to move him here, okay? And then we're going to fire a missile.
Can your Sentinel fire a missile?
He sure can, right here.
Does he have it?
He has Hurl. From the Guardian's ground space, deal 1 wound to any Guardian location.
You gotta be on my ground space though for that one.
No. Just kidding. I'm not doing that then.
Okay.
We're taking that back.
It has been a little bit since we played it, so we're just trying to remember. But we're playing it right on camera.
Let's see.
And if we mess it
here.
up, just don't tell us. We don't want to know.
We don't want to know.
We do not want
Taking
to know
back
if we
my
make a
missile
mistake.
fire. Well, fine. Then I'm getting my rogue over there. So my rogue has 2 power. I can move 1, and I can move 2 to expend my 2 on
Okay.
him. And then I'm going to leap, which my rogue can leap anywhere on here. So he's going to move up in here in this leap throw area here. And we're going to...
So you use 2 of your power and then 1 card?
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
you're gonna
powers
you
are
have 2
free
more
action. Yeah, free action. So I'm going to go ahead and give him a little stabby stab.
on my throw.
Just a little tiny stabby stab, guys. It's fine. It's fine. It's just the one arm. That's why you have 2 arms. You have your swinging arm and you have your throwing arm. And I'm just doing a little damage to your throwing arm. That's all. That's all I'm doing. And I'm going to do another stabby stab on your throwing arm.
Okay.
And then that's my 3 cards.
So on my turn, what I'm going to do is I'm
Grab
going
two.
to go ahead and mend one, which this hero does get to heal, which is nice, this guardian. So I get to heal one, which now allows me to use my throw and lets me draw a card. And then I'm just going to chuck this dude so far away.
Why? Whenever you throw them, don't you have to throw them in
Nope.
your one square?
Nope. You just chuck them.
Oh, on any ground space. That's so mean.
So you wasted all that
Guys.
power, and I'm just going to huck you right back over there.
Guys. So mean.
But I did have to use my any action card, and then I would still draw one at the end of my turn. Oh, hi, dog. Why are you kicking me under the table? He's upside down. Our dog is on his back. He's apparently afraid. What are you doing? Give me this leg.
All right, so that's not going to be helpful. What are we going to do
So
here?
the goal of my turn there was just basically make her waste a bunch of her power, which she doesn't get back very, very easily.
No, the power is much harder to get back. So
And now she's kind of still in a position where she's got to come to me.
I want to fire missiles at you so badly, but that's not going to be beneficial.
Just spend your whole turn to get your guys in position, and then wait. And then I'll
All right.
let you live for a turn.
I'm going to put my knight out next, okay?
Yes, all these guys at once. Can I hit multiple guys at once?
I think some of them
Oh,
do
I
allow you to
can.
do multiple guys at once. Hopefully, this is going to work out for me, guys. All right,
No, I
we
can't.
need
I
to
can
amass my
pick
army.
which one I do it to, but I can't just lay waste to like 5 guys at once.
All right, so we're going to put this guy right here, that knight right there. And that was one action. I'm going to get a little bit of power.
And each one of these guys have different symbols on them. So like this knight has a
Oh, wait,
helm.
he goes
This
here
knight
first.
has like a little sword. So that way you can tell which knight is which, because they each have their own card,
Right.
which is important, because like she does have one knight that's been injured for one, but that knight has not. So I need to know that, so I don't rush in there thinking, oh, I can kill that guy when I can't.
And we're going to put out our other rogue, too. Right there. And hopefully, like, the multiple rogues is going to help me. We'll see. We'll put this rogue right here, because he's got to do something. Maybe not right there. I don't want to have too much of my stuff everywhere, guys. Oh, that one, this one. Okay, we'll just put them right here.
This is probably definitely in my top 10 for like 2-player games.
All right,
I really
it's your
enjoy this
turn.
one. All right, so what I think I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and scatter, which moves me up. I can go basically anywhere I want in an X fashion.
Right.
And then I need to gaze. So I'm going to gaze. So that's my 2 actions, but I'm going to gaze on this guy and do 1 damage there.
Okay.
So it puts her in a better position to jump up on top of me, but it also did let me do 1 damage to him. So now pretty much any of her guys besides the king and the sentinel gets near me, I can just one-shot them.
I need heals, guys. We don't
And
have
she
heals.
cannot heal. And remember, if I
We don't
kill
have heals.
8 of her guys, that is a win condition. Or if I can somehow get to her king, which is going to be impossible at this point, because I'd have to kill everybody else first, which is obviously not going to be very easy to do. Unless she just spreads them out, which would be very nice if you could just spread them out for me. And then I'll go in the middle and I'll just gaze all the spots.
Why, thanks. All right, so what I'm going to do here is...
Give me some of your action points so that I can do stuff.
No, I need to do some things. I need more movement. I'm going to slant left. And when I enter this space, this guy can mount for free on there. And I think I'm actually going to gain action points for my other guys, maybe. But maybe not. Maybe that's not a good idea. We're going to move one of my rogues down here.
Okay.
Because hopefully you can't do anything there. I don't know. We'll see. No, I'm going to actually do my archer. We're going to move my archer there, and then we're going to fire a missile at you.
Okay.
And we're going to go back to your throw, because I really need you to be disabled with your throw, so you stop throwing my people off. All right, that is my turn.
All right, guys. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to flank left.
Oh,
And then I'm
you're
gonna
going to swing.
I'm
And
gonna
then he's going to swing.
So this rogue
is gonna take.
is El
That's my
Dedo.
archer.
Or this archer is El
He goes
Dedo.
in there.
But that was my whole turn, and I'm now down to. Nope, I still have.
And you
extra
killed. You
cards.
eliminated one of the units,
Yep,
so
I
that's
need to
good
move
for
that
you.
up. But my throw is still gone. Is this guy on me?
That guy's on
Oh
you.
my gosh, I wasn't even paying attention. That's not good.
Listen, that guy over there, don't even worry about him, okay? Like, he's just chilling, okay?
I
There's
do not like that
it's
at
no
all.
problem. It's no problem. It's no
I do
problem.
not like. Like, what do I do about that?
All right, so
So it was
can't
good
really
to
do
get rid of
anything
one of our guys, because that was part of
there.
my goals. But I'm also kind of in the middle of everything now, so that could go
I'm gonna
poorly.
get 2 power here for that.
Because if she takes out all my hearts, I die. That's one of her ways of winning.
And where'd my other knight? Oh yeah, my other knight's on top of you. What are you doing? What are you doing? You looking over here?
I was reading this. I was seeing if you had another way to win besides taking out my guardian, but I don't think you do.
So let's see here. My sentinel can go there and go there, which would be nice. I really want my
for
rogue,
being a pretty
though.
simple rule set, it does have a lot of play where it's just where she places things completely changes my turn every time. And you can just not have the right cards at the right time and lose because of it.
All right, so we are going to
It usually takes a while.
expend my rogue's thing so he can move into this space here, and then we're going to leap up on you. And he can leap anywhere, so we're going to leap up on this gaze area here.
Okay.
And I wish I could give you a little eyeball poke, but that's not going to be beneficial. That's not going to work out for me. And I have my archer right here, so I'm going to fire a missile. Right here, it was near your eye. Your eye is getting a little blinky. It's just a little blinky. It's fine. So now that I've drawn my last card here, I mix up my deck, and then these are going to be my new draw deck here. It is your turn to go, DrGloryHogg.
I don't have the card that I want. Alright, so what I can do, see, like what I like to do right now is gaze and kill that archer, but I don't actually have that ability. So I'm going to mend. So I'm going to take off this thing from the throw here. And I'm just going to chuck this guy. Kind of in a bad spot. Like, I don't want to be just sit there and get beat up on by that archer. So I'm actually going to flank right instead.
So did you mend?
I did.
Okay.
I mended my throw.
You mended
and
it, but you didn't
right.
throw.
5.
All right.
It is your go.
Dude,
I have
why
very
are you so
limited-
far away from me?
I have very limited actions. Because you have like 900 dudes out right now.
Listen,
Plus 2 of them on
these
me.
foxes want to be your friend, okay? These foxes, like, they're very friendly. They will get up close and personal with you, okay?
The tough thing is she's always going to be more maneuverable than me. Because she can take extra actions. And she already gets an extra action. So I have to be real careful that I don't play the game where I'm trying to like maneuver around her. Because she'll outmaneuver me.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this card here, and I'm going to expend that so I can gain 2 power for next round. Hopefully that will be beneficial later on. We're going to expend 2 of my cards here for some melee actions, and we're going to poke them in the eye some more. Poking them right in the eye. And what else do I want to do, guys?
How many
Okay.
more actions do you have?
Well, I don't have any more cards that I can play, but I do have my characters kind of loaded up with cubes here, which if you're playing the Foxen, it's really important to use these actions right here. If you don't use these actions, you are going to lose as the Foxen, as I discovered very, very quickly in the game, okay? So I have this guy here who has the gaze, and he's which Foxen? He's this one here, so I'm going to use him to finally just take out your gaze.
Okay.
Because I do not want you harming, especially this group of people right here. I feel like that's, I mean, you would just be able to take out like a ton of my people with gaze. Wow, can you put that heart on the thing?
Not with your hand there, I can't.
So he has expended his, and I can't play any more of those cards. I could try to leap up. No, I couldn't do that either. Okay, so my turn is over. That's all I'm going to be able to do.
Oh my gosh.
I did leave myself, though, very open for being caught with this throw ability here, though.
I'm going to actually discard a card and prepare.
Ooh. That's good for me, guys.
And I'm going to mend.
Ooh, that is not good for me, guys.
It is your go.
All right, I was supposed to have placed these here, which I'm going to do there. I need some good cards. Okay. I can move here, and then I have a leap technically. There. We got that guy.
Chad says he really likes the little wooden bowls. Where did we get those wooden bowls? Weren't they like little sushi bowls for
Yeah,
like soy
these
sauce
are
or something?
these are I got actually from Fry's Marketplace, guys.
Which is a local grocery store.
Yeah, they're like just little tiny bowls that you would have like condiments in, and they're made out of bamboo, and I use them for games. I actually specifically got them for games. Yeah.
We use them for Everdell a lot.
Oh, absolutely. Just,
The whole
I mean, it
level
makes cleanup
components.
so easy. You can pour them into stuff. It makes it super simple. All right. So I can scatter, which is good because that means I can get somebody up on top of him.
Mend is actually a card. So you got to be careful because I can only do it when I have the card. So I think I have 2 mend cards, and then I have one that's like a mend plus draw card. So basically what I did is I had to, I was searching for something to do. I was searching for a throw, and I didn't get it, but I was able to get a mend, so I figured I might as well use it. But that's something that's special for him. Not all Guardians can mend. Some of them can't mend, but like I think it's like the big, huge centipede one can like do like an electric shock thing that shocks everybody who's on him, so they can just shock a bunch of foxes at once. But that one doesn't have the ability to win by killing a bunch of foxes. So if your foxes die, it doesn't really matter as much.
And all of the actions that are listed are cards that you end up fishing for, aside from the prepare, which is where you're discarding a card. All of these just kind of tell you what the actual symbols on the cards end up doing for you, okay? Now, I went ahead and moved here with my 1 card, and then I'm going to use one of my power tokens to move into here, and then I'm going to use another power token to leap up on you. Wow.
Oh, those can both hold 2 powers.
Yeah, the rogues are really powerful, but you cannot get them near him until like you're sure that you're going to be safe, because like the rogues can just, it's terrible when you get a bunch of power on a rogue and then they're like, haha, sucker, now we're going to gaze and kill all of you. Like, that's no good. No good. You don't want to do that. Those were plenty of mistakes I made during the game previously, okay? So now that I have my 2 Foxen on here, I'm going to use one of my Foxen's power right here to take out your gaze on here.
And this is how a Guardian dies right here. When you have to spend all your time trying to just
yes, then I'm going to use my other one to take out my throw.
As you can see, like I'm kind of stuck in a bad situation where I can either try to move or I can try to mend, but I can't really throw them off, and I can't use my gaze.
I have 1 more card I can use. Technically, I could try to like leap somebody someplace else. I think I'm going to hold on to that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare. Well, I don't know if I want to prepare because I'm going to deal. Yeah, I do want to prepare. So I'm going to discard a card, and I'm going to grab 2 of these, and then I'm going to draw up to my 5, which I should have done more preparing. Okay. All right, I don't have any of these to do, so this is leaving me open, guys.
You are just lucking out. I don't have a single.
Oh no!
I don't have a mend card on me, and I don't have a way to do anything with you right now. So I'm gonna prepare.
Yep, start digging.
Which is just wasting a turn.
Well, it's wasting an action.
Yeah.
And here's the big thing, guys, is as you discover how to take out these guardians, it probably took me 3 to 4 different times of playing this scenario to figure out the best way to take out the guardian. This usually does not happen on the first time, where you get disabled so quickly. Yeah.
I need a way to stop, drop, and roll.
Yes, you do need a way to stop, drop, and roll, right? So I can flank and do a missile, maybe. And I also have a leap card here. So what do I want to do? I think what I want to do is I want to use my leap 2.
You wanted to take mercy on this poor guardian and
And I
leave
want
him
to
be.
position my fox because I do have to go along this trail here. And we're going to leap to an empty space here. And then we're going to go right along this trail here.
You're spending 2?
Yes. Well, no, this is a leap 2 card
yeah,
here.
double leap.
Yeah. And I
Double leap.
think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... This is kind of risky, but I think I can do this later, it being later in the game. Or maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just build up power. All right, let's prepare. And I'm going to get rid of this archer here, and I'm going to grab 2 cards here so I can prepare.
Are you 2 actions deep at this point?
2 actions deep. And I think what I'm going to do actually is just...
Definitely not sweating.
I'm going to gain 2 power. Because the power is so useful. And I'm going to put it in my pool. My turn is over. Draw back up to my 5 cards. And I'm going to do this. Because I don't trust DrGloryHogg to not mend himself. So I'm prepping for the future.
My turn?
Yes. Was I right? Are you going to try to heal yourself?
I'm going to mend and draw a card.
Ah, I knew it. I knew it. DrGloryHogg. You have half of your deck in your hand now.
Yeah.
And you're going to throw me.
I'm going to throw her.
Who are you throwing?
Well, normally I like to throw a guy that I can just... what I prefer to do is just throw a guy into a perfect position to then just kill him. But I can't do that right now.
Right, because you already used the 1 action on that.
I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to chuck him super far away.
Oh, wow. DrGloryHogg.
That's my turn.
That was not super nice of you.
I only have 1 good eye. And she's like, poke, 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 poke. And she's over here telling me it's not very nice to gently throw her to the other side of the room. If throw killed you, that would be it. This would be a whole different game.
I needed that.
It's getting hot in here.
Is it? It's
Yeah.
getting a little hot.
I'm not enjoying this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. Well, that's unfortunate that happened like that, because now he can just throw me, and I'm not down with that. And I'm gonna have to use extra stuff
To get over there and damage it again.
Oh gosh, guys. I mean,
But I don't like to be in a position where I have to like mend every turn in order to do something, because then I'm wasting a whole turn just to heal, basically.
Right. I like the rogues how you can leap up anywhere. It's always super nice. And you threw him way over there, which is not helpful at all.
Weird.
Not helpful, DrGloryHogg. Now I'm gonna have to expend 2 cards just to get this done.
Oh no. Now you know how it feels.
All right, we're gonna flank over here. So we're gonna move my archer right here,
Oh.
and we're gonna fire a missile. Because I feel like that's the easiest way to stop that from happening. Okay. And I'm going to gain 2 power. Load up on power here. And I believe that was all my cards, right?
I think so. I don't know. I wasn't counting though.
It was, yeah, flank, missile, and then power. And then if I can do anything here, which I don't think I can, you're still too far away to get up there with my king. The king is good if you can, because he'll hold 2 power, and he's good to get up there, but you just don't want to leave him in a position where he can get hurt, and that's the problem, you know? And I know you're probably going to gaze and kill my archer, so I'm just going to end my turn. I'm going to draw back up to my 5 cards. Hopefully I'll get some good ones.
What are you going to do with your action point? Or your
And these ones here, I'm going to put them on my rogues.
I'm going to spend my any action card to go ahead and mend my throw. Because her gaining power on that rogue means she can like stab, 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 and very
Stabby, stab,
quickly get rid of all of my stuff, which is not the best. And I'm going to throw. I'm going to throw this rogue over there too. Just get him out of there.
Not cool. Not
So now she only
cool,
got 1 guy on me. Now I'm
DrGloryHogg.
hurt, but she only got 1 guy on me, so that helps. So I do not know if I can pull this off. Yeah. Usually I want to have a couple deaths under my belt here, a couple murders, but yikes.
All right. 3 cards. This is going to be tough. I don't want him to keep throwing.
I'm going to throw all day long, too.
Are you? You just got a whole bunch of throws?
Just throw, 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 throw. I'm
I'm
going to throw
safe
all
with
your guys.
gaze right
throw
now.
all your guys. I need to fight these guys like maybe 2-on-1's okay.
I'm going to do a missile. We're going to take out this throw.
Okay.
Right there.
That's one action.
That's one action. And I think what I'm going to do is my knight's still on here, you know? And I feel like my knight could go ahead and give you a little pokey poke in your swinging arm.
Okay.
So that's all my card actions.
Oh, he's hit me twice?
Yeah, so that's all my card actions, but I still have these actions. So I think I could probably get in... So with my king, I could at least get in this space. He couldn't technically swing. My king has 3 life.
Yeah, get in this space.
Yes?
Do that.
No?
Remember, if your king comes in there alone, I can just attack your king directly.
Yeah, he still has 3 health, though.
Oh, I'll make sure to do the damage. It's not a problem.
Oh, are you trying to scare me into not doing something? Oh, my goodness. Okay, I'll just draw cards then.
I was excited for it. I'm just going to do it. Now, oh, you're drawn back up to 5.
Yep, drawn back up to 5.
All right, so first things first, I'm going to mend and draw 1. So the question is, what do I mend? And the mend is going to be my gaze. And then I'm going to immediately gaze and kill this dude.
Okay. My archer, no, not my archer.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Listen,
so
that archer did good work.
I'm at 2. I need just 6 more kills. Not a problem. But, I mean, it still did heal me, so that was good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man, I have so many cards. Because I'm just not getting them in the right order, so I kind of got set behind a little bit there.
So your gaze is open. That's no good. All right, do I have all my cards? 3, 4. I need 1 more.
Man. Send help. I just need something that says, like, mend 3, right? It's just
Send
mend
help.
3. And I'm just like, mend, mend, mend. And here's the thing. Like, it's still pretty even. Like, I don't like the position I'm in. I've been in much better positions than this. But
Yeah.
it's even enough that, I mean, I can still spend my turns to, to free up my arms and all that kind of stuff. Where other Guardians have just abilities to basically just kill everybody that's on them. I don't particularly like her having a bunch of people on me, but she's only got 1 on me at this point. So that's not bad.
I know. We need to get a way to get all my rogues over there, guys.
No, we do not. We do not need a way for that.
All right. I think I got the rogue thing maybe taken care of. So if I can move my rogues. They both have 2 actions on them. So 1, 2, and that moves them into your square, and that
Look
takes
at
up
this,
all
look
of
at this beautiful map for like no reason. It's just like they just put a map in there too.
Super
and it has
beautiful
a whole
map.
cool like journal
yeah.
entry on the back.
There's a bunch of lore associated with all
Oh
this.
yeah, I'm telling you.
So now that I've moved my 2 rogues into the square, I have a leap 2 card here.
I'm just showing people some of these different guys here. So he's got Crush, Shock, Pull. And I like that they all have big cardboard cutouts, plus really, really nice exotic meeples. Whoa, let's drop that one. This dude's he's pretty cool because he does Sizzle, which just like shocks everybody who's on him basically. And it's really hard to get rid of that one. It's all the way up at his head. And look at that guy there. Shriek, Launch. That seems pretty cool. Flap, Claw. All very, very cool characters.
Actually, I think I'm going to have this rogue up
I'm hoping that distracted
here,
her enough that I can somehow live.
just in case.
Now, the reason why this one's only a 1 is because he can heal, and he's very limited as far as where he can attack. Where some of the other guys can attack anywhere, but, there are stipulations what lets them attack. Oh my god. Is that your king?
He's my king.
Okay.
He's up on you.
You got both those rogues up on me, too?
I did.
You
I
spend, like,
expended
all
all of their
their-
points, yeah. And then I'm going
I wish I had a shake card that would just shake them all off.
do this one to gain power. All right, that's all my actions. Hopefully this will work out for me. It's risky, guys. It's risky. You gotta make some risky plays though sometimes.
So first thing I'm going to do is mend. take off my throw. I believe. Do I have a throw in my hand? I think I still take that one off.
What's up?
I was thinking because I don't actually have a throw in
You don't have
my
a throw?
hand right now.
Phew. For me. I still have to have quite a few actions here to take you out, though. It's getting closer, but and you're a little disabled, but still, like...
I've been holding on to this card the whole game, and it has not done anything for me. Okay, that's my turn. I'm just going to heal, and that's it. This can go pretty badly for me. How much power do you have over there?
Oh, I'm building it up for next turn. We're building it up for next turn.
I kind of have to kill her before she does that.
Guys, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right, so I do have one of these here, which I think I'm going to... Should I just do that? I think that might be the best. Is just to gain power. I would like to move forward and do some of that. You know what? Let me go ahead and prepare. I'm going to do some preparations first and see kind of what I get before I expend my last card here. Okay, so that's good. I like that. I don't want to get anybody thrown off, though. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to expend his to move into this square here. And then we're going to fire a missile. And we're going to make sure that I can't be thrown off. Because I can't have these guys off of here. It's detrimental that I stay on. That I get this power going and stuff. And that I have good cards in my hand for next turn. I'm going to redraw up to 5 here. I'm going to assign my points here. Let's spread it around, I think, maybe. We're going to do this. And hopefully, this will work out for me. All right, DrGloryHogg. It's getting close. It's getting close to endgame, guys. I think, maybe, I don't know. You got to kill total of 8 Foxen, and you killed 2.
I'm going to go and double gaze. Kill
what?
Him.
Oh, no, not my Sentinel. Aww.
But that was my turn.
All right, guys. All right, let's see what I can do. Those are good. Those are good. Okay. For my first trick, I'm going to take this rogue right here and use his power. We're going to take out the gaze.
Okay.
Right there. And then we are going to expend 2 of these melee cards right here for my king to give you a little stabby stab right in the foot. Right in the foot. Right in your little toes. Right in between the toes. That's what the fox would do. No? What are you looking at me for?
I'm super sad, guys. I lost.
Oh, somebody. My king is going to be the hero of the game,
I could
guys.
not get a mend to
he's
save my life.
He's going to be the hero of the game, and he's just going to take out your little toesy and take you down.
All my mends were...
Oh, it was so close, too. Like, you were so cocky at the beginning of this.
Well, I've done pretty well in the past and dealing with your shenanigans with this one. But it's those rogues. I couldn't keep them off of me. I needed them to stay off.
Yeah, like...
Because you can't do it if you constantly just have to mend and do one action. Is okay. It's not ideal.
You don't want to get your foxes on the guardian until you're in a safe position. Because
until they have a bunch of power and they're able just to kind of waylay
right,
you.
and just waylay and get on there and stuff. And then after that, it was just a matter of making sure you were disabled at the right time. and that I continually like kept up on that disabling. That was like my priority
Yeah.
whenever I was doing it. Yeah, because
Well, you could tell that I was struggling because
I don't know.
I've never had to prepare twice in a turn. Just be like, okay, digging for cards, digging for cards.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, the stuff that I needed was always lumped at the wrong times. I just was not able
You
to
were
get what
digging
I
a
wanted.
lot for cards and stuff.
And
You
I
really
usually
got
don't
that
do
going.
that with this. Well, that's not something you usually do with this character.
Yeah, it's for the Foxen that you usually end up digging for cards a lot. But we ended up you ended up taking out how many?
3.
3 of my little Foxen guys.
Not really that close. That was pretty
Rip
decided victory.
Foxen.
You did a really good job, though.
Oh, thank you, DrGloryHogg.
I'll take my defeat like the guardian I am.
And we can take a quick minute to just, I know you kind of went through some of the Guardians already. Is there anything else that you want to talk about the different Guardians
No,
with?
I wouldn't mind playing some of the other Guardians at like a later time or something.
Oh,
to show people,
absolutely.
but
We
they all
could
play
go
different
through
enough
some
that
of
you
'em.
definitely need to kind of read over them a little bit.
Yes. Okay.
Make sure you're playing them right because they do play very differently. But
Right.
if you wanted to, actually, now that we're talking about it, we could talk about just some of the other victory conditions for the Guardians.
That's, I think, is a really good thing because, like I said, everyone. Oh, thank you, Battle Cry and Gilbert. Finally, I won one on camera. It's been a while.
I know. So this is the one with him. He's got roots, so he wants to get all of his roots out at the same time.
And let's show off some of the figures for this, because the figures for this, you have little tentacles that you end up putting out. See all of them here? They're adorable. And you want to get all of these out on the board, I believe. We'll
Yes.
take it back down to the table really quick here. So for this one here, have all 6 root tokens present on Skulk Hollow map. So this totally changes what you're doing with the Foxen.
Yeah, because isn't this the one where you want to get these roots and then take them back somewhere?
Well, you
Is
just
that
want to
this
get
one?
them all positioned out on the map on different squares. So the Foxen,
That's right.
you just run around like disabling these roots.
Yeah,
but like
she wants
that's
to
the
attack all
main
the different
thing is you
roots.
want to disable these roots and then you want to jump up on the Guardian and start taking him out. So
Or
like
you let 1 or 2 stay. And what's cool is these
Right.
roots are all, I mean,
you just want to make sure that you disable him enough where he's not going to get all these roots out on the table. And this one actually draws 4 cards, and then it plays 2, and then it has a room for a power cube
yeah,
as
all the other
well
ones have
on
room
this
for
one.
power.
Yeah, what rating is this one?
That one's a 3.
This one's a 3.
Mm-hmm.
I've played with this one. I've played with Grack. I think
You-
I've played with the other one. Yeah,
you
I played
played with
with
the
the other one. I haven't
Apropodia.
played with the flying one yet, though,
That's
guys.
the only one we haven't played.
I'm so excited about the flying one. Like, so awesome.
And they have just different attacks. Like they're able to attack different squares. Where like my guy can only attack like in an X or in his direct
Oh, absolutely.
square. This guy will have the ability to attack in his own square and then move your thumb just in his own square, and then he tunnels and crushes and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, oh,
which is
yeah,
gonna
the
be-
crushing with the so you have where you put the tentacles, you actually can attack in that space as well with this guy. And this one, Martin is saying, so you found that around 45 minutes is about the average for a game? Yes,
Or
I
less,
have,
yeah.
or less. Sometimes, like especially if you have like a new person that your new guardian that you're bringing in, and you're trying out different strategies and stuff.
They
The
can go kinda
Foxen
quick.
can lose really quickly if you
Yeah.
pick the wrong strategy as you're going in, and then you can just get waylaid by the guardian. But that's kind of like the fun part for me of it is the fact that I'm like, all right, well, this strategy didn't work. Now I'm going to just replay this, 3 times in a row and kind of get the strategy that I want. Where's the other guy we're looking at here? This guy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this one here, you're going to collect all 4 rune tokens from the Skulk Hollow map.
So this one, she was able to beat me. I had her down to where I just needed to do. This is the guardian she beat me with. I had to just do like 1 more damage to her, but she was getting these runes, and she just was like on her turn. She's like, "Oh, get the last rune," and I win. And I was
Yeah.
like, "Are you kidding
And
me?"
it was so funny because Dr. GloryHogg
Wasn't paying enough
was
attention
not
to
paying
it.
attention to the runes, and I'm like, haha, sucker, I'm going to get all my runes and leave.
But that's exactly what we're talking about. If you're not careful and you're not paying attention to the win conditions, which are different for each guardian, you can really mess up. But to be fair, there's also all the Foxen heroes are different too.
Oh, yeah.
So like the King of War is kind of the most generic one.
Well,
I
we'll-
actually like some of the other Foxen heroes.
Yeah, we'll go through the Foxen here in a second, too, so you can kind
But
of
with
see.
that combination of 4 different Guardians and then 4 different Foxen heroes, you could see how even if you're playing the Foxen every time or you're playing the Guardians every time, that's a decent amount of combinations.
I haven't gotten bored of this, and I have to say, this has been very replayable for me. I've played this many times.
Yeah, this is one of the few games that I'm a person that likes to play a game immediately afterwards playing it. Like, I play it, and I would immediately, all right, let's play it again. Just set it up. Like, we already have most of the stuff out for it. She likes to switch and always be playing something new.
And this gives me that newness feeling.
But this
all
one
the
we
time.
did play like 3 or 4 times in a row, and it goes pretty quick, especially once
Yeah.
you've been into it a round or two.
This one here, I have not played yet. I'm super excited about playing it because it says eliminate all non-leader hero units from the ground spaces on the Skulk Hollow map. And this one here is so cool because you go from being on the ground to flying in the air, which is such a neat mechanic that I haven't gotten a chance to play with here. And as you can see, there's different little patterns here that you can do different things with. So this is remove one hero unit from Rapta and then throw it on the surrounding ground spaces. These are going to be the attacking squares right here where you're going to be attacking into. And these are really interesting as well. Yes, the little flying Nimbus, right? You just fly on that around. And this guy actually has 2 power things. So I'm guessing this is going to be a super challenging character to play because he has 2 free actions, which you can do anything with those 2 free actions, you know?
But
you
he
can
has
do
less
any
cards
one
in
of
his
these
hand,
things.
which is interesting because like Grak has the most cards in his hand. He's got 5.
More options.
But he only can do 2 things. These guys can only do 2 things, but they actually have the ability to use power, but they only have 4 cards in their hands. They just start off with less options in their hand.
The basic ones to start with would be this king combination here with the king and the sentinel, and then Grak, and then from there your choices are unlimited by how you want to play the game. And let me bring out the sentinel guy. You always start with your hero and then the sentinel out here, and the sentinel is hurl from the guardian's ground space, deal 1 wound to any guardian, and this or any guardian location. And this guy, he has leap, he has the archer ability, and he has the melee ability, where the king just has the leap ability and then then the melee ability.
Right.
Like your archers, I believe, cannot leap on anybody.
And the big thing that usually will end a game pretty quickly is if somebody leaves their king unattended.
Yes.
Like without another fox there, and then you're just able to get in there and just be like, cool, gaze, gaze. And then all of a sudden the king's like at 1 health and running.
And then as far as the heroes here, you have the Queen of Blessings, which is spend 1 power to remove 1 wound from any hero unit. And there's like the card that you would give the other player. And then this. And then you have the Prince of Guile, spend 1 power to retrieve any 1 card from the discard pile, which is a really powerful ability as well. And we have the Princess of Tactics, which I think you played with the Princess of Tactics,
yeah, I liked
right?
her.
Command, spend 1 power to allow a banded hero unit to take any available action, and banded being in the same square with you.
I think it was the same square, yeah. So like
Yeah.
you're able to like rush her in and then be like, cool, stab, 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 and just really do a lot of damage.
Well, and I like how they do have the varied hearts on here. So this one's probably going to be an easier one to play with because you're healing everybody and you have 3 hearts. So if you're having trouble, you might want to go ahead and try playing with the Queen of Blessings and that
But
card.
a more aggressive strategy would be the princess, and she's
absolutely.
But she's only got 2 health, so you can die in 1 turn with her. So you got to be very careful.
They also had a expansion, like a little mini expansion, which is the artifacts, which are these right here. We have not played with the artifacts, but these give you free actions if you run around and you collect up artifacts, which...
Well, that's these, too. And what these are kind of used for is if you're playing with somebody that's at a disadvantage. So, like, for example, if I was playing with, say, like, somebody's random kid who's, like, 6, and they're not as well-versed with this game as me, you
not
can
as
give
adept,
them... Yeah, you can give them an artifact or 2 to start off with that they can use to kind of basically give them a bonus to make it a little bit more competitive for them. So, like, if you're playing with a friend or a kid or partner, and they seem to lose a lot, you can give them this to kind of give them an additional little bonus to kind of keep it more competitive for you and for them.
Well, and the relics are adorable because this is the relic deck, and you mix these up, and they're just little spaces on the board. So when you flip one out, you're like, oh, the relic spawns there, and either the guardian or the fox can get the relic. It's either or, so you can run over there real fast and get the relic.
Yeah, and that's slightly different than what these little cubes are for, but they can be used for both.
Yeah. So, super awesome. And this is, well, I'm just going to say it right now. This is like one of my favorite games to play for a 2-player game right now because it's cute, it's interesting. Everybody I've introduced it to has just loved it. Like
this one,
I can't say enough good stuff about this one.
She hasn't gotten to play it yet, but War of the Worlds is definitely in my top 10 for 2-player games.
Comparatively, I know 2 totally different things because this is probably more simplistic and stuff with, building those cards into your hand, stuff like that. Comparatively, which would you rather play?
Between what, the Foxen and the Guardian?
No, the Foxen and then like War of the Worlds right now. Because those are 2 Kickstarters that we got quite recently that are just 2-player games.
I feel like War of the Worlds can be solved faster potentially.
Oh, really? That's
'Cause
interesting.
it's
Okay.
fairly similar. It's got about the same amount of cards into it.
Yeah.
I think you could potentially figure out War of the Worlds faster because there's not 4 different bosses you're fighting against.
Right.
It's just the aliens and the humans
Right.
that do the same thing every time. So you might be able to figure that one out. There might be less replayability in that one, but I think there's like a mini expansion for that one too. So I don't know how that changes
This one
things up.
is less intimidating for newer gamers for sure.
The WoW factor on this one's pretty high, but
Yeah.
so is War of the Worlds with the cool, if you get the plastic ship ones, not the little standy ones. So
Well, thank you everybody for joining us today. We had Battle Cry in chat, we had Martin in chat, we had Gilbert in chat. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us on Sundays. We're going to be doing more stuff on Sundays and playing games and everything. And then we have Magic Monday that I'm going to start doing throughout the week, and app-based games as well. And what else? And our Kickstarter show, of course. You know, these
every
games
Friday,
came from a Kickstarter that we went ahead and backed, and we loved it. So
0 regrets on this one.
yeah, exactly. Zero. All wow. All
We
super
played
wow
it,
with this.
I mean, everyone we played it with. We played it with like I think your mom. We played it with our daughter. We played it with Game Boy Geek. And
Yeah,
he liked it.
he
So
liked it
there's,
too.
Yeah, there's a big variety. We played it with Greg from Hooked on Geek. Like, I don't think we've had anybody that we played this with that hasn't enjoyed it yet.
I agree. I agree.
And when we find that person, we'll just cut them out of our life.
Get rid of them.
We don't have time for that
Yeah.
kind of negativity.
Nope, not at all.
You don't like Skulk Hollow?
You're
See ya.
out. You're out. You're not playing with us.
That's fair.
Other than that, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you guys later in the week, all right?
Yeah.